Celebrities in a nutshell.
Mao Zedong, the revolutionary leader who changed China. Welcome back to Celebrities in a Nutshell, where we explore the lives and legacies of the most influential figures in history. Today, we're diving into the life of Mao Zedong, the founder of the People's Republic of China and one of the most controversial leaders of the 20th century. Join us as we uncover his journey from a peasant's son to a revolutionary leader who changed the course of Chinese history. Mao Zedong was born on December 26, 1893, in Shaoshan, a small village in Hunan province. China at the time was in turmoil, struggling with internal strife and foreign intervention. The Qing dynasty, which had ruled for centuries, was on the brink of collapse, and revolutionary ideas were beginning to take root. Mao was the son of a prosperous farmer, but he was more interested in books than in working the fields. He attended local schools and later enrolled in a teacher training college in Changsha. It was here that he was exposed to revolutionary ideas and began to develop his own political beliefs. In 1921, Mao became a founding member of the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. The party's goal was to overthrow the ruling warlords and establish a communist state. Mao quickly rose through the ranks, demonstrating his leadership skills and ideological commitment. One of the most significant events in Mao's rise to power was the Long March of 1934 to 1935. Facing annihilation by the nationalist forces of Chiang Kai-shek, Mao led the Red Army on a grueling retreat across thousands of miles. Despite the immense hardships, the Long March became a symbol of communist resilience and determination, solidifying Mao's position as a leading figure within the CCP. After World War II, the Chinese Civil War resumed between the communist forces led by Mao and the nationalists led by Chiang Kai-shek. In 1949, the communists emerged victorious, and on October 1, Mao proclaimed the founding of the People's Republic of China in Tiananmen Square. This marked the beginning of a new era in Chinese history. In the early years of his rule, Mao implemented sweeping land reforms, redistributing land from landlords to peasants and aiming to eliminate feudal practices. These reforms were popular among the rural population and helped consolidate communist control. However, not all of Mao's policies were successful. In 1958, he launched the Great Leap Forward, an ambitious campaign to rapidly industrialize China and transform it into a socialist society. The campaign aimed to boost agricultural and industrial production through the establishment of collective farms and backyard furnaces. Tragically, the Great Leap Forward resulted in one of the deadliest famines in human history. Poor planning, unrealistic production targets, and widespread mismanagement led to the deaths of an estimated 15 to 45 million people. The disaster severely tarnished Mao's reputation and caused significant suffering across the country. In 1966, Mao launched another radical campaign, the Cultural Revolution. Aimed at preserving communist ideology by purging remnants of capitalist and traditional elements from Chinese society, the Cultural Revolution led to widespread chaos. Red Guards, often young students, were mobilized to attack intellectuals, destroy cultural artifacts, and denounce perceived enemies of the revolution. The Cultural Revolution caused immense social and economic disruption. Schools were closed, families were torn apart, and many people were persecuted or killed. The campaign lasted until Mao's death in 1976 and left a deep scar on Chinese society. Mao Zedong remained a dominant figure in Chinese politics until his death on September 9, 1976. Despite the controversies and the suffering caused by some of his policies, Mao Zedong's influence on China is undeniable. His leadership unified the country after decades of civil war and foreign invasion, and his vision laid the foundation for modern China's eventual rise as a global power. After Mao's death, China underwent significant changes. Deng Xiaoping, who emerged as the paramount leader, introduced economic reforms that shifted the country towards a market economy. These reforms led to rapid economic growth and modernization, but they also marked a departure from some of Mao's more radical policies. Today, Mao Zedong's legacy remains a complex and contentious issue. His image still looms large in China, his portrait hangs prominently in Tiananmen Square, and he is featured on the country's banknotes. For many, he is a symbol of Chinese strength and independence, while for others, he is a reminder of the suffering and turmoil during his rule. Historians and scholars continue to debate Mao's legacy. Some argue that his contributions to Chinese unity and independence are significant, while others highlight the human cost of his policies, including the Great Leap Forward and the Cultural Revolution. Understanding Mao's legacy requires grappling with both his achievements and his failures. Mao's influence can still be seen in modern China, from its political structure to its emphasis on self-reliance and national pride. While the country has evolved significantly since his time, the foundations laid during his leadership continue to shape China's path. Mao Zedong's life was a journey from a peasant village in Hunan to the heights of revolutionary leadership. His vision and determination transformed China, for better and for worse. As we reflect on his legacy, it's essential to consider the full spectrum of his impact, both the progress he spurred and the suffering he caused. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Mao Zedong's life and legacy. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and don't forget to subscribe to Celebrities in a Nutshell for more deep dives into the lives of history's most influential figures. Let us know in the comments what you think about Mao Zedong and who you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for watching. Stay curious.